Guys, welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I've pulled the big boy out of the safe. This is the Smith & Wesson model 686 in 357 Magnum. Now it's a very solid constructed revolver and a lot of fun to use out the range, which you'll see a bit later on in this review. Now let me just first of all just touch on what comes with the revolver when you buy it. You get this carry case, some Smith & Wesson. You get a manual here. You also get a trigger lock and a key, and also you get two of these smaller keys, which a lot of people wonder what they're used for. Now this is actually to enable the trigger lock, so to speak, or the trigger safety on the revolver. So I'll touch on that a little bit later. I just want to continue on and run through a few of the features before I go into that. Now the sights on it are just normal bladed sights. Nothing too special there. However, at the front you've got like a red ramp on the front sight. Now that's fairly good because you can pick up your targets fairly quickly, I find. It's a bit like a high-vis sight that you see on some of their semi-autos nowadays. So that's fairly good feature. And the grips on it here, they're just Hogue grips. Obviously they've got a Smith & Wesson symbol on them, but they are a Hogue grip. The finger grooves here, so it's really good for hanging on to. You can get nice firm grip, and you got the palm swells there, and just raised bumps there to stop your hand if it gets sweaty from slipping from the grip. Now, being a revolver, you can use it in double action or single action. So those of you who are new to that sort of terminology, what it means is a double action is just simply when you pull the trigger and it fires, okay, or a single action, you pull the hammer back and then you fire from there, okay. Great thing about the 357 is that you can economize a little bit and run 38 special rounds through it, okay. So there's two positives with that. One is the recoil and the noise isn't as you know, high as what the 357 is, and also the cost. You can go and pick up 38 special rounds at a fraction of the cost of the 357. Most people who get right into it and get serious, you know, go right into reloading anyway, so that brings the cost down. But me personally, I like to just get out the range with a few different factory rounds and just have a bit of a play from there, and it's just more so the fun for me rather than getting into it, you know, too seriously. One thing I will mention though, when you do shoot 38 special rounds through the revolver, you'll find there's a lot of build-up of lead. Now naturally at the front of the revolver on the cylinder you'll see lead build up at the end there. Now that's only natural, and that's something you've just got to keep the maintenance up with cleaning on. However, when you use a few of the 38 specials through it and then you try to use a 357 round, a lot of the time you'll find when trying to eject them, they can actually get a little bit stuck, okay, and that's from the build-up. So there's a simple solution to that. Before you use the 357 rounds through the revolver after you've used 38 special, just simply put a brush through it, okay. So just your normal cleaning brush and your rod, just put that through the cylinder there, just once or twice straight through, and then that just seems to solve that problem completely. Okay, I'll just go into the key lock feature now. Now you'll notice here, just near the thumb release for the cylinder, there's a little button here, okay. Now what you need to do is you just need to move that forward, and with the key just place it in there and give it about a 90-degree turn anti-clockwise, okay. Then release it. You'll notice here there's a little bit of a flag that's come up near the hammer, okay. That's just to let you know that it's now locked. So no matter what, I can't pull that hammer back. I also can't fire the revolver. It's just not possible. It's just completely locked, okay. So nothing can be done to this other than just simply releasing the cylinder, okay. You can't work the revolver other than just releasing the cylinder. So that's a cool little safety feature that's on this revolver. And naturally, just to release that, all you got to do is just move the thumb button across, put the key in, and then obviously clockwise about 90 degrees, let it go, and we got it working again. So fairly simple sort of idea, but very effective, you know, if you want added security on your revolver. Now the cost of these, you're looking at approximately $900 here in Australia. You just need to inquire with your local gun shop. Prices may vary naturally. Okay, on the topic of cleaning, I'll just quickly touch on this before we head out to the range. Now, as I said, you can get a lot of build-up of lead, especially around the front of the cylinder. Now that's the same with any revolver, that's just the nature of the game. Okay, I use a product called Lead Away, so in other words, lead go away, lead away, and that's from Clean Bore. I find that's really good. You just have to put a little bit, wipe across the front, and that lead build up just comes completely off. So just a tip that you may find useful. Definitely check it out if you got yourself one of these revolvers or you're looking at getting into one. Okay, so we'll head out the range now and we'll do various tests from there and see just how good this revolver is. Okay, so we'll do an ammo test using the American Eagle 38 Special. This is 158 grain lead round. I've got a few targets there just set up at 10 meters. So what we'll do is we'll just fire 6 shots and we'll just see what sort of groups we can get just with the iron sights. So just go for the top left target. Okay, so now we're going to use the 158 grain semi-wad cutters, 38 Special, just from Highland. Put 6 rounds through it and we'll just see how we go there with just a normal group freehand. With this one, we'll go for the middle left target. Okay, now we're going to step it up a little bit. We've got the 357 Magnum, 158 grain high velocity jacketed sight points. This is the American Eagle. Put 6 of these through. We'll see how we go from there. Now if you're looking at one of these 357 Magnums, you can see there a little bit more the old 38 Special is, so you should be able to see the difference between this. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go for the top right target. Okay, so now we're going to use the 158 grain jacketed hollow point 357 Magnum rounds from Federal. Okay, we'll go for the middle white target. What we'll do is we'll just film it first of all here, and you can see that just the general recoil off the 357, and you'll understand why a lot of people like to use the 38 special. Definitely know when you pull the trigger on the 357. Okay, so you can see here, I mean, I'm definitely no marksman, it's just freehand. So that was the just the 38 special in the American Eagle there. So I'm sure with a bit of practice you can easily get your groups in a lot better. That was the semi-wad cutters there. So I mean, there's reasonable accuracy out of it. Then over to the 357. You can actually see a couple of individual groups starting to tighten in there. That was with the American Eagle, and then this middle one here was the result with the Federal 158 grain jacketed hollow points. So once again there, I mean, that comes down to the shooter's ability there. You definitely pull that into a tighter group there just with practice. Okay, so we'll have a bit of fun now. I've got 6 rounds of the 38 special. That round nose. We've got 5 silhouettes up probably about 30 metres there. And we'll just take a few shots with this and we'll see how we go with the accuracy. Okay, so we've got one more round, so we'll be a little bit more adventurous. There's a pink silhouette up there at 100 metres. We'll take a shot at that and see how we go. Just over the top. But now you can see just how much fun it is just using 38 specials through the 357. And of course, if you want to have that bit extra knockdown, then you can go up to the 357 rounds. Okay, I'll just demonstrate the difference between the 38 special and the 357 in the sense of recoil. So we'll just fire off 6 shots here with the 38 special, then I'll fire off 6 of the 357 and we'll focus in. You can see the recoil. Okay, so we'll now load up the 357 and you'll see the difference there in the recoil. So she's a lot more stout, that's for sure. Okay guys, so there is a Smith & Wesson model 686 in 357 Magnum. Now as you can see, the 357 Magnum is a hell of a lot of gun. out at those extended ranges, silhouette competitions, the 357 Magnum round is ideal. You've got a lot of knockdown and you can certainly get out to those distances with it. But as you can see, I enjoyed running 38 specials through it because the economy is there. It's a fraction of the cost and it still knocks down the silhouettes in at those closer ranges without any dramas at all. So overall, the Smith & Wesson 686 is an excellent revolver. I highly recommend it. So why don't you go and check it out in the local gun shop today. I'll sum up now. That's it from me. Thanks again for watching. Ozzie Reviews is my channel on YouTube. I'm now on Facebook as well, so if you log on to YouTube, under my channel you'll see the link to Facebook on the right hand side. Thanks again for watching.